Why would you do?
Bruh. Hello everyone, we are here at Homestead, Miami Speedway for race number 2 of the LRL Cup season 2. So as these drivers green up, they're about, actually they're ready to go. This pace car is rolling off. On pole right now, or on pole position is Hayden Lowell. Outside of him is Luke Lefarro, and in third place is going to be Brady Floyd in the 20 machine. So, be interesting to see what happens. Last season winner Hayden Lowell starting on pole position, so we'll see if he can go back-to-back at Homestead. The season finale last season, but be interesting to see what happens. We saw last season the bottom and the top were pretty effective early in the run, but as the run went on, it was a lot harder to pass on the bottom. So we'll see how this plays out here.
Yeah, and Zachary Thornton has missed the start of the race, so we expect to see him in this race, but he will most likely be at a disadvantage as he will have to start from the pits.
Yeah, with no stage caution, he'll have to make that up, and hopefully he can get a lucky caution, or he can just play a good strategy, maybe a fuel strategy by starting the pits. I have to say, well, not the fuel, I don't know. But pace car about to pull off. And we are green at Homestead. Good show from Ryan Honeycutt to Luke Lefarro. He's just going to barely be hit into the line. But as they go down into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, a bit loose from the 67. But Hayden's going to clear Luke Lefarro. Still loose in the background, 3 wide, I think.
Yeah, I believe side by side now for third place between Ryan Honeycutt and the 20 of Brady Floyd.
Go take it 4 wide.
Ryan Honeycutt very close to the wall. May have tapped it. He just got a little bit higher on the racetrack than he may have wanted to, and it's going to allow Brady Floyd to really stick with him going into this corner here, into turn 1. As we start lap 2, side by side behind them with Luke Peters and Michael Rosero going side by side. Pretty poor qualifying for Michael's standards. We expected him to see him high. Sorry, we expected to see him higher up the field than he was. Let's see if he can gain any positions during this race.
Luke goes down the block. Honeycutt's going to take that outside lane and just get right by Luke Lefarro. Here comes Michael Rosero to the inside, trying to make his moves. Side by side, Brady Floyd goes side draft him off the exit of the corner. Still, they actually made contact.
Yeah, they make the contact going in the corner. It's a little early to be rubbing fenders, but Michael very desperate to get past him, it seems, as he sends it into the corner and is side drafting him all the way down the straightaway.
And here comes Ryan Honeycutt, huge run.
Oh, wreck! You wreck into those wall! Huge wreck! Ryan Honeycutt was super high in the air. Michael Rosero into the wall, and that's the caution out. And this is a lucky break for Zachary Thornton, but not good for Michael Rosero and Brady Floyd. I'm mistake by me. I said Ryan Honeycutt. Sorry about that. It was Brady Floyd.
Not sure what exactly happened there. It looks like they were side by side off of what was that, turn 2. Let's see what happens here on the back straightaway. It looks like Michael may have got into him. I'm not sure if they may have both just kind of came together there. I'm not 100% sure, but let's see if we can see a better view of that wreck.
To me, it looks like Brady Floyd was up against the wall, but he came down the track a little bit, but Michael was pinning him up there, trying to side draft. So I'd say it's a little early to be side drafting as aggressively as Michael was. So I think that's a racing incident, in my opinion.
Yeah, it looks really close. I'm not sure. Oh, no.
Both drivers could have done things differently, I
think
feel.
Michael came up just a little bit more than Brady came down, or was off the wall. So as Michael down pit lane, obviously, so he'll have to use his faster. Brady Floyd could go lap down, having to tow his car and having to take his faster pair. So Hayden Lowell, our leader, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back before the green flag. Hello everyone, we are back here at Homestead. Choose cone this time by Hayden Lowell takes the outside lane, Honeycutt on the inside. Is that Peters on the outside and Lefarro in the 54 on the inside. So should be interesting to see. 3 tires sets for these guys. So I believe the only person to pit there was Michael. So all these guys, unless Michael took tires, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, and Michael got to choose the inside lane.
In other news, Brady Floyd is back out on track, but 2 laps down. Unlucky in that scenario to come off far worse than Michael did. But thankfully he's back out there and he needs another caution to make... Well, no, he needs 2 more cautions. He's going to have to be kind of lucky to get those 2 cautions. So unfortunately, this is a huge blow to Brady Floyd's night. But...
Still early in the race. Yeah, you never know what's... Yeah, I mean, still, what lap is it? Coming to lap 7, 6. So... Yep. Yeah, lap 6, coming to lap 7. So it'll be... I think he definitely has, what was that, like 70 plus laps to go. As Hayden Lowell goes straight as soon as the pace car pulls off. Catching Ryan Honeycutt, sleeping right there. Huge gain. I think that was almost a 3-car length gap between him and second right now.
I was expecting Peters to have a more of an advantage on that restart as he would be able to know exactly where Hayden Lowell was going to go, but
oh, he's loose.
A very good top. Oh, that was very close off of turn 2. I expected Peters to have a little bit more of a jump, and Ryan Honeycutt did a very good job to keep second place, but now that might be under threat as Peters sends it to the bottom on Ryan Honeycutt for second place in turn 4. Peters not clear him yet as Ryan Honeycutt has the better run down the front straightaway and clears him back for that second place.
Right now, these guys are really ripping the top. Honeycutt and Lowell. Peters running a little bit lower, trying to maybe get that cleaner, and Lefarro kind of running in the middle to low lane, trying to get that cleaner, I think. So these guys can work together. I think definitely Hayden Lowell's the guy to beat tonight. Got in pole position, obviously, and he's been, I believe he's led every single lap so far. So he's definitely the person to beat already almost about 10 laps in, 9 laps right now, but coming to 10. I think it's pretty single file throughout the field.
And here comes Peters looking to the bottom of Ryan Honeycutt for second place. Ryan with the outside lane, naturally a bit of a run off the corner, and Peters choosing not to side draft him, which I think would have really helped him. But as I said, it's early and no need to take those sort of risks. You saw how those sorts of risks can really damage your race, as we saw with Michael and Brady Floyd. So Peters choosing the more conservative route in this early part of the race.
Comes Zachary Thornton on the inside of Michael Rozzero. But Michael clears him on entry.
Zachary Thornton with a little bit of a run off the corner, and Michael gets very loose, and Zachary Thornton into the wall. Very loose on the track, and into the inside wall, ping-pongs off the walls. No caution, but Zachary Thornton's car is destroyed. He still keeps going, but his car is going to be heavily damaged. What do you think happened there?
Looks like he, I'm not 100. It looks, he got into Michael's back end, and I guess it maybe like upset the car a little bit, and it got really loose. So see this again from the cockpit view of Zachary Thornton. So Michael's loose ahead of him too, and then Michael gets loose. Zach, I think, hits him a little bit, but then just kind of overcorrects into the wall.
Yeah, he definitely overcorrected it, but wasn't a great... That's an embarrassing one, but not the worst incident I've seen.
It seems like these cars are really loose on a longer run, so I'm not sure 100% if it's like just the temperature or setup, because I don't remember last time it wasn't as loose, I don't think, as the later in the run. Maybe a little bit earlier in the run, a little bit hotter, but later in the night, it's already about 7:50 in sim time, so it should be getting a little bit cooler. So I'm not sure 100% if it's just the tire wear maybe playing a factor into it, but these guys seem a lot looser, especially in dirty air. I think that might be a major issue with that.
Yeah, Zach was definitely deep in the dirty air, and I think that's what partially upset the car off the corner. Also, how close he was to Michael off that corner. He doesn't want to run into the back of him and turn him, so he tried to avoid him, and the car just did not want to comply.
Right now we're completing lap 14 out of 80. Hitting a little out front. About half a second gap between him and Ryan Honeycutt. And these guys are just kind of running the top single file for now, but later in this race, it's a pretty decently long race, a little bit longer than your normal official race. I think normally it's about 50 or 60 laps in official, but also with a lower fuel tank only being 80%, you can't go as long. You can go, I don't know 100%, but I think it's about 40, 50 laps you can go on fuel. So these guys not pitting, so you might see a few pit stops here with about 30 or 20 laps. So it'll be interesting to see how these guys play it out, if they'll short pit or just split in half and half, or maybe do a late pit. But obviously if they want those stage points, they have to stay out a little bit for the stage. But I mean, if you maybe like a Lefarro where there's only 6 cars running right now and one of them 2 laps down, you can maybe afford to pit a little bit early, not lose your position. Zachary Thornton's really damaged and he's still running. So Lefarro, he could be maybe short pitted and gain a little bit of time on Hayden Lowell and his other competitors and have a huge advantage over the field, but early on. But we'll see how this plays out. Only 16 laps into it, still a long way to go in this race.
Strategy will be crucial, and the important thing is Ryan Honeycutt and the rest have kept it close enough to where if they play their strategy cards right, they can get ahead of Hayden. And I think, personally, I think what Hayden's going to try and do is I think he will stay out as long as he can and try and get the stage win, because I think he knows he can make that margin up later, because I think he has the car to beat tonight, as we saw that last season. As I say that, Ryan Honeycutt closes a 10th and a half on that lap, but I think Hayden may be saving something. I think that's just in his nature. Yeah, and I think he has the best car tonight, and I think he knows he can make up something here. Yeah,
definitely. I think he might just do half and half. He might, after the stage, he might run a few more laps, but he might just come down pit lane. But now he's in the bottom lane, so interesting choice. Maybe he figured the tires. I mean, giving Ryan Honeycutt clean air is definitely not good. So side by side in the back, Luke Peters blocking all the way down.
Very aggressive block from Peters, and I was surprised with how big of a run that Lefarro was able to get on him. And he just clears it. Oh, very close to turn 2. This is great racing here, as they are now side by side off of turn 2. Close between these two drivers. Lefarro trying to side draft, has to pull him behind Luke Peters. The two Lukes battling it out. Very exciting racing on that lap. And Lefarro looking to the inside again. A little bit of a run off the corner. Lefarro, I think, anticipated that Luke Peters was going to block him there, as Peters pins him down a little bit. But I think that Lefarro will be able to take the position here, as Peters tries to do the same thing he did the lap before, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I think third is now Lefarro's. May not be over yet, as I contradict.
Here comes Pierce to the bottom of the track of the Cindy. Oh! They make contact! They save it though! Whoa. But Luke's still spinning sideways. Oh, he didn't get back together.
Back again! Where's the caution? How is that not a caution?
And there it is. Brady Floyd coming around.
Man. One more drama. And this has massively helped Zachary Thornton, as he will actually be able to stay in the lead lap. I think he will have to take his faster pair. Same with Peters and Lefarro potentially. Let's see what happened there between those two drivers. These two have raced each other in real life and are good friends with each other, so it's strange that they would have an incident of this type with each other. Let's see. Peters just sends it to the bottom and just slides up into Lefarro. Just way too big of a send from Peters. Let's go to his cockpit. He was turning to the left the entire time. He was just trying to keep it off of him, but that was just too big of a send.
Yeah, he just got a little bit tight there, I think.
Yeah. That was just not going to work. And it resulted as Lefarro went up the track, tried to lock it down on the bottom, but ended up collecting Luke Peters, and then Lefarro was sent into the wall again. This, once again, this really helps Brady Floyd, as I think I believe he'll get a wave around this caution.
Yeah, and everyone else is going to be down pit lane, Hayden Lowell, and everyone else down pit lane. Will just be interesting to see how this plays out, as I think they're all going to be taking tires and fuel, obviously. So
It's going to be close on fuel now, actually. If they go the whole way from this point, it's actually going to be fairly close. I think it may come down to 2-3 laps of fuel remaining, which, I mean, just depending on what goes on, it could be very close. It could be down to the wire, or it could not be. So,
yep, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back before the green flag. As we are back here at Homestead, the green flag is back out.
Michael Rosero back in the race on the lead lap with these guys. As Hayden Lowell maintains his lead for turn 1. Very good start, side by side for third between Zachary Thornton and Luke Lefarro. Luke Peters up the middle as Luke Lefarro was cleared by Zachary Thornton off that corner, and so does Peters. So Luke Lefarro, I believe, now down to 5th. Zachary Thornton down to the bottom. He loves the bottom at this track. Oh, really loose. Big save from Zachary Thornton. Almost wrecked it again. And past Ryan Honeycutt, and Peters goes down to the bottom on Zachary Thornton now. Gonna clear him for that, I believe, 4th place. Ooh, I think contact between Luke Lefarro and Zachary Thornton in the middle of the corner, and here comes Luke Lefarro trying to pass him down the back straightaway.
Yeah.
Lefarro now clears him.
Here comes Ryan Honeycutt. They're all running the bottom except Hayden Lowell, so we'll see if that's a big advantage to these guys. Zachary Thornton side drafting Lefarro. But I don't know if he'll be able to clear him going on in turn number 1, as Honeycutt continues to kind of run a little bit lower than Hayden Lowell, kind of that middle groove, as he's almost side by side with our leader Hayden Lowell, but just not quite enough to side draft him. And I'm not 100% sure if these guys still have the pit. It's still about 55 laps since we've been green, so it'll be really close on fuel, I feel like, as you said. Ryan got almost in the outside wall, but he got a really good run off the exit. He can maybe make a move out in turn number 1 right here. He's going to stay high, though, so I think he's really just kind of chip away at the lead until he can make a good move. Here comes Zachary Thornton to the bottom of Lefarro.
Yeah, that's a good idea for Ryan Honeycutt. Is do not make any moves that you know can't stick, or probably won't stick. As Ryan Honeycutt now goes down to the bottom, side by side for the lead between Hayden Lowell and Ryan Honeycutt. I don't think Ryan may be able to side draft him, but Hayden Lowell will have a big run off the corner. Ryan Honeycutt needs to get to his quarter panel and start side drafting him. Keeps him alongside. So good side draft by Ryan Honeycutt gives the advantage to him. Hayden running right along the wall as I hear some contact behind.
Oh, he's going to clear him. Yes, he does. Here comes Hayden Lowell. Side draft actually shoves him. Side drafts him down the back straightaway, though.
I'm hearing lots of contact behind. I don't think it's actually happening, so I keep thinking there's a wreck behind. And Hayden Lowell retakes the lead of the race as Ryan Honeycutt really out of shape on the high side. Now with a run down the front straightaway, maybe close enough to make a move. He will be. Down to the bottom. Hayden Lowell keeping his momentum on the outside. Ryan not able to keep the same momentum through the corner. Ryan just about clears him on corner exit. Great move. And here comes Hayden Lowell back with the run, trying to side draft him down the back straightaway, all the way down into the corner, trying to avoid this actually the side draft from Ryan Honeycutt. As Ryan Honeycutt now on the outside, which has sort of been Hayden's territory for a lot of this race. Now going to have a big run. Ryan Honeycutt leads that lap, but Hayden Lowell trying to side draft him back, not let him get out in front. Still on the bottom, fighting for it. Is just about going to clear him, but I think it's going to be the same situation we saw a couple laps ago. Oh, Ryan got into the back of him there. Just had a lot of momentum going out the corner and nowhere to really use it.
Really good racing up here in these front 5 drivers. Zach trying to make a move on Luke Peters. Peters is loose on the bottom. He saves it, slides up right in front of Lefarro. Lefarro have to go to the middle lane, now all the way to the bottom now. Surprisingly, it side draft Luke Peters as he goes down
comes Hayden back to the lead. Hayden down to the bottom, going to clear Ryan Honeycutt all the way on the bottom, but Ryan is going to have a huge run off this corner, and Hayden's going to have to block him if he wants to keep the
he
lead,
does.
He does.
But Ryan goes to the outside. Ryan side by side. These guys are racing really aggressively for not even to the end of the race. I think they're racing for stage points right now, but even then, that's about 9 laps away still, so that's a long way it goes, kind of. Side draft again from the 6th machine. These guys are behind. I think these guys in 3rd, 4th, and 5th just need to stop racing each other so much, and they can catch these leaders, but they're still side by side. He's going to clear him, but look for the crossover again. He doesn't block, though. Honeycutt guy get that side draft. He doesn't side draft him that well, but it's enough just to get by, I think.
Yeah. Ryan was weaving down the back, just trying to avoid the side draft back from Hayden, so interesting strategy by him. These guys, this is without mentioning the battle behind, is now Hayden with the crossover again. This is great racing right here. This is exactly what we expect from Homestead. Last year it was a great race. This season it's a great race as well as Ryan Honeycutt. Tap the wall. Chase Briscoe at Darlington style as he goes around the outside of Hayden Lowell. Hayden Lowell down the backstretch and Ryan Honeycutt side by side. Ryan hit the wall. Luke Lefarro is now catching these top 2, so maybe doing a little bit of what we were thinking about, where Luke Lefarro has managed to pull away from the guys behind and is now challenged for this lead.
Yeah, as these guys continue to side draft each other, even if they're not trying to side draft each other, they're still slowing each other down on the straightaways. But Hayden Lowell, a little bit of a side draft on entry that's going to slow Ryan Honeycutt down. But Honeycutt on the outside seems, this outside lane off of turn 1 and 2 seems to be really good, but Hayden really making that inside lane work. I'm not sure when these guys are going to stop racing like this. I don't know if they're just going to keep going after the stage or what. But here comes Zachary Thornton to the bottom of the track, trying to get by Luke Lefarro. Still side by side for the race lead. Honeycutt's going to clear him, losing it. And here comes Luke Lefarro. Huge run for these guys behind. Blocking all the way down to the apron.
This is spectacular racing up at the front, all throughout the field here at Homestead. And Luke Lefarro 3 wide for second.
Here comes Zach.
And now side by side for the lead. All of a sudden, Zachary Thornton's challenging for the lead on Hayden Lowell. As Zach gets a little bit loose off the corner. Now he's going to have to slot in just ahead of Ryan Honeycutt. That was extremely close, as I think Ryan gave him a little bit of a shove going into the corner, giving him a little bit of a speed boost.
They're all grinding the bomb, but here comes Zach. He's going to be able to side draft Hayden.
Oh, incredibly close racing.
Oh, he got to his corner panel. He's going to side draft him. Down in turn 1. Here comes Lefarro giving Ryan Honeycutt a great shove. Honeycutt not able to go anywhere with it, though. But will Zach be able to clear Hayden Lowell? It doesn't look like he will be. No, he won't. But he's got the side draft to 6 if he wants a chance. And that's what he's exactly going to do. Here comes Honeycutt.
Oh, Zach kind of came up on him a little bit there. And Zach, major slide job to the inside, is going to maybe clear Hayden Lowell.
Oh, he does.
I think he will. Yes, he does.
Hayden with a huge run.
A ton of momentum. Here comes Hayden Lowell with the momentum, and Ryan Honeycutt and the entire rest of
3
the
wide.
momentum. 3 wide for the lead.
Almost.
It's
no.
Hayden clears them both.
Now it's a Honeycutt and Zach showing those second place position.
Oh.
3 wide.
For second.
Lefarro on the bottom.
Luke Lefarro on the bottom. Zachary Thornton clear for second, but not for long. Here comes Luke Lefarro trying to make something happen. But I think them side drafting each other just lost the momentum, and Zach sends it to the bottom again. It's
Hayden in the wall
for tire wear. I don't think this send is going to work.
Oh, Hayden got into the outside wall, just how Ryan did. I don't think it'll affect him too much, but it looks like he's a little bit of right side damage though, so his aero could be pretty bad on the straightaways. But coming to the white flag of the siege really soon. We're about 1.5 laps away, give or take a few hundred feet. But Zach clears Hayden. He goes to the bottom now. He's going to side draft to 35. But watch out for Honeycutt. Come to the white flag of the stage this time by. No caution, though. So these guys will, no matter how hard they race, they'll still be racing hard, most likely. But Zach going to clear Honeycutt. But Hayden got a bad run.
Zach with a great run. Goes to the bottom of Hayden Lowell. He had the option outside or inside. He chose inside. Zachary Thornton to the bottom. Hayden right on the top. Zachary Thornton to the lead off of turn 2. Here comes Hayden Lowell.
The only thing that matters on this lap is who crosses the line first.
The only thing who matters to these drivers is Zachary Thornton sends it again, trying to just stay clear. This is going to lose some momentum off the corner.
He might lose a grip, though.
Drag race up to the stage win. Here comes Hayden.
Oh, he blocks. It's going to be Hayden. Wow.
What a line.
Wow. But they're still racing. Still green. So this is interesting.
We need a caution. We need a caution.
No, there's no stage caution. There's no stage caution.
I'm dumb.
But Zach gets really loose. I think these guys really wore their tires out battling. But here comes Luke Lefarro 3 wide on the bottom.
My bad about that. I'm just used to how it was last season, where there was cautions for stages.
And here comes Luke Lefarro. He might have been saving while these guys were battling. I'm not sure.
Luke Lefarro was very close off, or very slow off the corner, and that allows Ryan Honeycutt to get into second here. Tries to clear him. It's not over yet. Luke Lefarro running that high line.
These guys continue the battle. It's going to allow Hayden Lowell to pull away. We've seen he's been really good tonight, but I mean, there's been challenges, but I think he hasn't really been pushing as hard as he can, maybe. But I don't really know, though. I don't know who's been pushing hard. I think Luke's been kind of saving back because he made an aggressive 3-yard move there, but I don't feel like he's really was sending it that much for the stage. But he has a pretty good run off the edge of the corner now as good as Hayden, but if Honeycutt pushes him right here, they could have a huge run as he does exactly that, but he goes to the inside.
Ryan sends it. That's not on his mind.
Luke Lefarro going to get in that dirty air of the 6, but also it's going to help him with draft. But if these two side draft, could be bad news for both of them. But Honeycutt gets a bit loose, but here comes Zach to the bottom of the track.
If only Brady was on the same lap as these guys.
Yeah, he'd be saying pretty good. I think he's been saving his tires pretty well. Hasn't really, obviously, there's no reason for him to really push that hard for the stage because he's in 6th place a lap down. But I think if he was a lot on the lead lap, he could definitely be in the fight for the win. But I don't know if these guys still have the pit though. That's the one thing about this. I don't know if these guys will have the pit, but if they do, it'll be interesting. But if they don't, that'll be really interesting. It's basically whoever saved the best tires before the siege fight.
Yeah.
And Zach really loose. I think they make contact in the back. Him and Honeycutt, they're 3 wide.
3 wide.
As
You ready for the third
Brady Floyd
place?
in the pits.
Oh, Brady Floyd pits. And Ryan Honeycutt now up to 3rd. I think Zachary Thornton may have burned his tires up a little bit with that amount of sends he just did to the inside. I think all these guys kind of did, but Zach just sent it to the inside so many times as it's been getting loose all race. These guys have been pulling no punches. Maybe apart from Lefarro, who is still making aggressive moves, but he has saved his tires and saved his fuel and has put himself in a very good position as he now sends it to the bottom of Hayden Lowell for the race lead. I think Lefarro has put himself in a great position. I think Hayden, even through all the battling, has managed to save his stuff a little bit, but Luke has put himself in a great position.
Yeah, 34 laps to go in the race. Actually, 35. That was... What? 35 laps to go in the race right now, and front 2 looking pretty strong. We saw Honeycutt was pretty good on the short run. Zach was pretty good on the short run. They're really battling. So I think a 20-lap sprint to the end. I think anyone could win this race, really. 20 laps to the end, but Hayden really run the top. But here comes Luke. He might be able to side draft him off exit. No. There's kind of 2 packs of 2 cars. Honeycutt get a block, not giving Zach any draft down the back or down the front straightaway.
Yep. Still close for the lead. As Zach tries to send it to the bottom, but still won't have the momentum off the corner.
Here comes Luke Lefarro. Good run for him. Kind of in that air bubble, though. He's going to go bottom. Hayden's going to go top. We saw this last time. Will Luke be able to do anything here?
I don't think he will. He needs to... I think for right now, what would be good for Luke is... Because I think with the way he's managed to save his tires, he's saved a little bit of fuel, too. So if it comes down to it, I think Luke could be in a very advantageous place. So I feel like what Luke needs to do right now is maybe sit behind for now as he gets into the wall a little bit there. Hopefully that doesn't damage his car. Is just sit behind for a little bit, try and get a really good run on Hayden instead of sending it, which I think would put him in a much better position. So Luke looks to the inside again, but I think it's going to be a fruitless endeavor unless he can side draft him.
Yeah, what he really needs to do he needs to just kind of back off a little bit. As a Honeycutt's in the pit lane, so these guys might have to pit. 32 laps to go. We might see some pit stops here. Honeycutt, first person on the lead lap to pit. Will Luke Peters follow suit? No, he will not. So Honeycutt, interesting.
Because keep in mind that there is less fuel on these cars than what is standard for iRacing. So
as Hayden goes low, so first time I've seen him go low in a while, so he might be pitting this time too.
I would not be surprised.
And yes, he does. Here comes Luke Lefarro too. Will everyone else come down? Zach comes down. Will Luke Peters stay out? Yes, he does. Peters is the lone wolf on the racetrack right now, and if a caution would be nice for him. Actually, no, he has to lap everyone before that happens, but not sure if I think they'll go a lap down when they're pits. I think, yeah, they do. Ryan Honeycutt still says he's in the pits, but I don't think he is. Actually just comes out right in front of Luke Peters, excuse me. So just almost a lap down for him, but we'll see how this plays out. Will Honeycutt have the advantage over these guys? Tire wear has been pretty bad so far this race. I think it's been about 2-second difference, but here comes Luke Lefarro, Hayden Lowell, same as they came out. Did Zach speed? No, he doesn't. So no one speeds down pit lane from looks like.
I think Honeycutt might leapfrog them. I think he may have undercutted them.
Yeah, by one lap. 2-second gap. It's going to be close. He gets loose.
Gets extremely loose. Saves it. That ruined his momentum. And he might still get him. Yes, he does. Unbelievable.
Wow, if he didn't get loose, he would have a lot, I wouldn't say a lot bigger, but it would be a lot bigger, I guess. But right now, Hayden's going to challenge him with a lot fresher tires, which in iRacing today is a huge difference. So Honeycutt, if he just didn't get loose there, and also to heat up his tires, so that's not going to be good for his tire wear. So it'll be interesting. 30 laps to go. No more pit stops here for anyone, I don't believe, unless we have another caution later in this race.
And Ryan Honeycutt to the lead.
Yeah, Hayden Lowell. If I was
Nice.
Hayden, I would maybe just save a little bit behind Honeycutt since he is on older tires.
These drivers are willing to race so hard that I think the smart decision, I think, is just to save your tires. Because there's a long way left in this race. And racing like that will burn your tires out. If Ryan just didn't get loose like he did, by the way, it was an incredible save. Full credit to Ryan for that. If he just didn't get loose off the corner, I think he was just pushing too hard, and he would have had a substantial advantage over Hayden Bull, and I think he would have not had to battle with him for a couple corners there, which hurt his tires.
Yeah, definitely. Right now, Honeycutt's actually kind of pulled away a little bit from the beginning, obviously, because Hayden was right on his back bumper. Right now, Hayden's luring him in as Peters is down pit lane, where he was. I believe he's 10 seconds back now, but he has a little bit fresher tires than the leaders. Brady Floyd on the lead lap, so according to the ticker, I'm not sure if that's 100% right. But
oh, Luke Lefarro looking to the inside of Hayden Lowell.
So I think Hayden's just trying to save his stuff. 30 laps is still a pretty decently long run, especially. Is that Honeycutt? Honeycutt spinning.
That was Ryan Honeycutt. The race leader has wrecked, and caution is out.
I think he just got a little bit tight, and yep, that's what happened. He just got tight, hit the inside wall hard, and his car is pretty destroyed. I don't know how fast he hit that wall at, though, but I think over at least 100 miles per hour. So hard hit for him, and he just pushing a little bit too much and clipped the outside wall and just hard lick into the inside wall. So he's definitely going to have to take a faster, and caution is out for that, obviously. That's going to bring Hayden Lowell, our leader, as could be interesting to see how these guys stay out. Hayden pits, and no one else does.
Obviously, Ryan has to pit. I mean, he
Yeah,
can't
so,
race that. Wow, that was the last thing I expected to happen. Like, I know Ryan has been pushing hard all day. I just wasn't expecting that to happen. We were saying he did a great job to get past Hayden Lowell. Kind of threw it away, obviously, because since the field's not exactly huge here, I think he has the opportunity to make it up. I think he's not out of contention.
Yeah, definitely.
But if you give Hayden, at this track especially, any sort of opening, I think he will take it.
Yep.
And he will, once again, this shakes things up completely, and I do not think it will be a fuel mileage race anymore. I think it is. I think you don't save any fuel to the end. I think you still need to save some tire, and I think Hayden is in a great position here because he will still have a few laps fresher tires, which can, that's maybe 2/10 a lap. Still, it's a big advantage.
Yep, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back before the green flag. We are back here live at Homestead. And Zachary Thornton and Luke Lefarro going to be on the front row here. Our main people that have been dominating this race, or people that have been in front 1-2 most of this race. Hayden Lowell in 6th place, and Ryan Honeycutt going to be on the outside of outside behind him. So
keep in mind, Hayden has pitted for fresh tires, and these guys have not. Luke Lefarro with a great restart, jumps the rest of the field, and also welcome our new commentator into the booth, Eric Keplinger.
Yes, sir.
And yes, sir. And as we go into turn 1 on the restart, Luke Lefarro still with the lead, but expect Hayden Lowell to make up positions, and Brady Floyd now on the lead lap.
Luke Lefarro trying to cross over, but he's loose!
Peters!
And round he goes.
Oh, wow.
Doesn't hit anything though, so he keeps it going.
Caution. Wow.
Around goes the 50. Well, saved it, but that's just going to cost him everything. That's just...
Yeah, he's got to hope for a caution in his next 22 laps. So,
Hayden Lowell already back up to 3rd.
yeah, with those fresh tires, I don't really think anyone can really challenge him. Especially when they're giving him just cleaner on the top. I think Hayden Lowell's got it unless there's a late race caution.
They need to start giving him dirty air. They need to I mean, it's not a good thing to be doing usually, but they got to drive in their mirrors. And I think these two have got to focus on keeping Hayden behind them. Just do whatever they can. Keep him behind. Maybe make him wear his tires out, but I don't think that's going to be on Zachary Thornton's mind as now he goes to the bottom. Luke Lefarro chooses not to really side draft him too much. Doesn't get a lot of angle for the corner, but sends it in there. Tries to clear him, but Luke Lefarro is just going to have the momentum unless Zach can side draft, but he gets very loose, and Luke Lefarro will clear him. And here comes Hayden Lowell now. That just ruined Zach's momentum, and that's just going to allow Hayden Lowell to potentially make a move on him here.
Yeah, he's going to the top side. These guys really are on the bottom. Interesting. I'm not sure 100% why.
Zach's going to have to side draft him.
I think
He's
Lefarro really needs to run the top, and there he goes to the top as
Hayden almost in the wall.
Yeah, Hayden almost in the wall. And Zachary Thornton still side by side with Luke Lefarro for the lead, but just not going to have the momentum. Ooh, there's a little bit of weaving going on.
I think Zach did clear Hayden. No, he didn't. Hayden on the outside quarter panel, but Zach might send it right here on the bottom, and yes, he does. He's got to slide right in front of Hayden Lowell. Hayden's going to slot
Zach
right down
wants
there.
the bottom because he said about 2 laps ago in 3 and 4 that about something about the bottom, and hearing exactly. But I think he wants the bottom. That's why he's been going on there every time, and he's just been making sure he's been on the bottom. But obviously, Hayden got by because he went to the inside of him, and I guess inside might be the place to be get the pass. So he's going to probably just have to run the high side or wait till Lefarro makes a mistake, or might just go low. So.
Yeah, I think what Luke needs to do right now is he needs to try and block Hayden's line. That's not what he's doing at the moment. He needs to try and neutralize the run that Hayden gets, or the advantage that he gets. Give
Hayden
him
a tenth faster than Lefarro that last time by.
Yes, exactly. And Hayden with those new tires proving to be the best strategy is Zachary Thornton trying to send it on Hayden Lowell, but ultimately I think him trying to send it on Lefarro has just lost his momentum. And now Luke Lefarro doing a very good job of blocking Hayden's line there. And Hayden still trying to get to the bottom of him.
And he did.
Those fresh tires really work.
Yeah, it's those fresh tires. I just don't think anyone can really challenge him. He's going to go all the way to the bottom, make sure he doesn't get side drafted. But,
yeah,
almost contact.
Lefarro having to pull out all the stops here to try and just do something to prevent Hayden Lowell from winning, as Luke Lefarro will have a little bit of a run. He's going to have to make this move count. He's going to have to side draft him, as Hayden knows this is a crucial moment for the race, so he blocks. But Luke Lefarro sends it down to the bottom. He's got to try and make this last as long as possible. He's got to slide up. He's got to slide up.
He does.
There you go.
He's going to have a big run.
Watch for Zach to have a good run. These guys are going to side draft each other, at least down the back straightaway.
He's got to side draft. He's absolutely got to side draft him. He's got to make this run off the corner count.
And then on the bottom, on these fresh tires, with him racing these guys, I'm not sure.
Lefarro's got the run.
Their tires could equal out. I've seen this happen before on like 1.5 mile tracks. If you race too hard, your tires can equal out.
Yeah, exactly. It's happened in many motorsports. It happens all the time, and it's happened in. Oh, Luke Lefarro with the crossover again. He's going to have to side draft. He's not side drafting gets a little bit closer, trying to do something. And Lefarro sends it back to the bottom. This is a great battle for the lead. Not sure how long it's going to last.
I think it'll just be kind of like our stage finish somewhat. These guys are going to be pushing hard, but there's one guy with a little bit of an advantage on them.
Lefarro did not block. He needed to there.
As Luke's going to be on the top side. Let's see what he can do here. Can he get another good run on the top and maybe get by?
Oh, man. Hayden's bit clear by a big margin. Hayden now to the lead. Lefarro's going to have to send it into the corner here.
Hayden a tenth faster that time by.
Yeah.
So
if Luke can get on his corner panel right here, he's got to get on his corner. Oh, very close right there between those two. But that's what Luke needs, just a little bit slower in the straightaway. He's going to run top side here. Hayden runs a little bit to the bottom. We'll see if that's a better advantage for him. Zach's continuing to run that bottom. Lefarro, really tight contact. And I think that's over. I think Hayden Lowell
got a
little bit of contact. Just with fresher tires, clean air, nothing that these guys can do.
With the Lefarro into the wall. Yeah, I think you're right, Talon. I think that was Luke Lefarro down the backstretch when Hayden passed him that last time. He just needed to block.
Yeah, but it'll be an interesting battle for second.
Zach is very aggressive. Actually gives him a little bit of a touch, and he
here he goes. Around he goes.
It's going to be yellow.
The 54 into the wall. I think that needs to be a caution at this point.
Yeah, and there it is. He's burning it down right here, celebrating that the fact that he just spun, I guess, you know.
Luke Lefarro seems to be very confident of winning this race. He's doing donuts before it even ends. That's big drama. Zach just got into the back of him. Zach just.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate.
Zach and Lefarro are arguing over the radio right now.
Yeah, I can imagine these drivers are not happy with each other.
It's just the lightest tap too. I think that's kind of iRacing physics. Just kind of like shot Luke Lefarro like he just got absolutely turned or something. But
in real life, though, I think that would have been Lefarro at least up into the wall.
Yeah, I think he could have definitely sit there in real life, but
yeah, in real life, I think he would have saved it, but he would have had to use the wall to save it.
Yeah, I think Zach just got into him right there, but unfortunate Lefarro, and also unfortunate for Hayden Lowell. He was definitely going to be pulling away there with 10-ish laps to go, and that brings the whole field back closer.
No, I think that the strategy at this point for Zachary Thornton has to be to pit now. I think this will give him an major advantage over the Hayden, and if Hayden doesn't pit himself, that's a huge advantage. But I think Hayden
they'll all pit. I think they will all pit. I think unless they don't have a tire set, which I don't know why they wouldn't. I think they all do.
I think there's a chance of that.
There is 3 texture tire sets. I think they pit.
Hayden doesn't pit.
Wow.
He may be out of tire sets. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
everyone else pits.
I think that's what it is.
Oh my goodness.
And quick word, Honeycutt is also going to stay out with that damage. I'm not sure if that was. I guess he just doesn't have a faster per left, but I feel like
when would he be wrecked? When did he wreck?
When he wrecked
by
himself. Yeah, he wrecked.
Well, yeah, no, before that.
I'm not sure. He might have hit. I think he might have hit the wall and he actually had his faster per checked, possibly.
Yeah, that might be. That's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, see who the race off pit road is. I think it will be Lefarro, but he still has damage. So I guess Lefarro also took his faster per. Oh yeah, he was involved in that Luke Peters incident, so I guess he took his faster per then, and also he has no more faster pers left.
I just got word that Ryan Honeycutt and Hayden Lowell don't have extra tire sets. They're both out of tires.
So this is a big game changer right here.
Big game changer, and I think this could be a major strategy blunder for Hayden Lowell. The best car, the most consistently up front one all night, is going to be on the back foot.
It'll be interesting. I think Zachary Thornton has the best chance right here. But we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back before we go green flag racing. we are back live here at Homestead as Choose Cone is happening, and our leader, Hayden Lowe, chooses the outside lane. Luke Peters, Brady Floyd, the two guys on the freshest tires. Lefarro has front end damage, but obviously you got a little bit of time to repair that, but I don't think it will be. I'm not 100% sure if the damage is. It looks like his back end's a little wrinkled in, so I think he's definitely going to be aerial damage. I'm not sure if he has engine damage, which would be pretty huge. So,
Strange. This is a familiar top two, but neither of them are really on the front foot. They're both on the back foot.
yeah, and it's going to be interesting. These guys have to defend, and they've been usually on the attack this race, with Hayden having that interesting strategy, trying to pit there. I guess that's why everyone else didn't pit. I didn't realize they already pitted 2 times. I guess the caution in that green flag pit stop, I guess that's when they pitted. So that does make sense. Pace car lights are out though.
Yeah, Hayden's going to have to absolutely nail this restart. It's going to be in a 7-lap shootout, and Hayden
Brady
will
Floyd
go.
doesn't go.
And no one goes. No one goes.
Oh, that was Ryan Honeycutt not going. Their cars look so similar, and now Brady Floyd up into second.
Wow, Zach just intentionally wrecked him.
Oh
He
my
just took
goodness.
that Honeycutt.
Zachary Thornton takes out Ryan Honeycutt, and more wrecking behind. Oh my goodness. Well, let's see a replay of that.
So this right now, Hayden Lowe has a pretty sizable lead, but only 5 laps to go. He has a lot older tires. I think is about 15 lap older tires. So we'll see what plays out here in this closing stage of the race.
It could be close because also Luke Lefarro has been faster than Brady Floyd essentially the whole race, and he will need to get past him if they want a shot of winning this.
There's on the back straightaway, still single foul though, but Brady Floyd catching right now. Hayden Lowe. He got a bit loose off the exit, but Luke Lefarro and Luke Peters trying to help him out, trying to catch him with 4 laps to go. Peters now to the bottom of the track, gonna try to get by Lefarro.
It's going to be an unbelievably close finish to this race.
It's 4
Side by
cars
side, third.
battling it out. Surprisingly, Lefarro can stay up with these guys with his damage, though. But Peters gets right by him as Lefarro gets really loose as soon as I said that. Here comes Brady Floyd. Gonna try to get a good run. 3 laps to go.
Here goes Brady Floyd. Down to the bottom, Hayden Lowe. I don't think Brady Floyd has led a lap today.
He is going to now.
Clears
He's
him.
just flying right now.
Watch
He
Luke
is
Peters.
absolutely flying.
Peters is, I think, the only one that can really challenge him unless Hayden can really get a good run. He's getting a really good run right
Hayden-
now. He might go to the bottom.
Hayden-
Yes, he does.
This is Hayden's last opportunity. He
Really
has
sends
to
it.
try and he
Slide
has to
job.
send it. Oh,
Contact! They're both in the wall!
Them into the wall.
Peters
Here comes
wanted.
Luke Peters.
Peters to the lead. Hayden's going to block all the way to the low side. Oh, Brady Floyd to the
Oh my
wall.
goodness,
That might be
Brady
a
Floyd
caution.
Around and around and around.
Oh, that's not going to be a yellow. So here comes
As
Two laps
Honeycutt
to
could
go.
be in the way. He's
Here's
gonna
the
go
lap
middle.
car of Ryan Honeycutt. Oh!
That's gonna slow on Peters though.
I don't think Peters has ever won an LRL race before. I think this will be his first win if he does it.
Here comes Hayden. Watch out for Luke coming to the white flag this time.
That sucks for Brady Floyd. He had a great run going in now. No caution since nobody was behind him.
Yeah, that is just horrible luck for Brady
White
Floyd. He has
flag
absolutely
in the
nowhere
air.
to go. He had absolutely nowhere to
Yeah.
go. Hayden just slid up into him.
Slide job, man.
Will Hayden have anything for Luke? I don't think he will.
He won't. I don't think he will unless Luke messes up. I don't believe Peters has ever won an LRL race before. I hear more contact behind.
He has not. This would be his first career win.
And Luke Peters, off of turn 4, for the first time in his LRL career, Luke Peters wins. He wins at Homestead.
Lefarro wrecks in the back. Will he be able to cross the line? He's going to back it up. It's going to be close.
Luke Peters.
Oh.
I'm not sure. Well, I think Honeycutt was a lot down, but I think Lefarro was just trying to do as much as he can to maybe catch up. But what a race that was.
27 starts. Finally a win for Luke Peters.
It's just unfortunate for Brady. I think Hayden just got tight there and slid up right into him. But
yeah. Has Brady won an LRL race before? I don't believe he has either. And that would have been a very surprise winner. Not that Peters isn't either, but it's just...
What a night.
What a race. That was just an action-packed race, as exciting as it gets, folks. And all with a small field. Yeah, Hayden just came up into him. I mean, he slid up completely, and that just ruined.
I mean, he had to do it because they were just going to pass him. He just had to make a desperate move, and
obviously,
unfortunately, didn't work out. As Luke Peters, his first win, he's doing donuts in front of the fans. What a night for that man.
Yeah, Peters, essentially a spin and win, because he had spun, I think, multiple times earlier in the race.
And he actually, I think he self-spun on the back straightaway.
Yeah.
One time, so.
Just spin to win for Luke Peters.
So we're going to bring him into the booth right now in about 20 seconds here. As we're back here, we're going to bring in Luke Peters for the interview. Hello, Luke. You got a copy?
Yep.
So you get your first win in LRL. Interesting finish. You saw those two leaders tangle out. What do you see? Tangle up. What do you see in through your windshield?
It was a crazy race. I forgot who one of them sent in the corner. They split up, kind of just. I don't know what they were doing, but it was a very crazy race.
Yeah, you spun out there on the back straightaway, one of those close to the restarts, and you make your way to the lead with 2 laps to go. What was your game plan throughout that kind of long run we had with those green flag pit stops?
I was gonna try to pit a couple laps later than them, and then hope for a caution, which a caution did come out. Unfortunately, I didn't realize how cold the tires were and self-spun off of turn 2, but the rest of the race just went my way, I guess.
Anyone you thank for tonight's win?
My teammates, and you guys for putting on the broadcast.
Yep, and congrats on your first LRL win tonight.
Yep.
Go Peters.
Congratulations, Luke. You are
Thank
now
you.
an LRL winner.
And we'll bring in our second place finisher, Eden Lowell.
Hey, and you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, so you seem to be the dominant car all night. We knew from last year, or last season I should say, that you would be strong here at Homestead. Most of the race you were in a battle with people, but you just always seemed to be up there and be able to take the lead essentially whenever you wanted to. An untimely caution and running out of tire sets just ruined your race from that point on late in the race. going into turn 3 and 4 with Brady Floyd, what exactly happened there?
Exactly what it looked like, a desperate man making a desperate move that he shouldn't have made and should have just accepted that there were some dumbasses back in the pack that decided they wanted to manipulate a race and just take what you're given and just accept a third place finish there. But, just drove over my head like Zachary Thornton did. And I put Brady in the wall and I wrecked him. And I feel bad for that. I'm sorry to him. I'm sorry that I ruined he ran 78 great laps, and then I took it away from him because I was being desperate, frustrated with people deciding to manipulate a race. It's frustrating. We had a great Napa Chevrolet Camaro today. I had that race won until Zach and Luke decided to manipulate the race and take it away from me because they were upset they got beat on strategy. But it is what it is. We'll take home a second, even though, like I said, I'm really sorry to Brady for doing that to him and ending his race and taking away a race he should have won. Just a man driving over his head. But again, solid race overall for this Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet Camaro and this team. Good points, most points on the day, I believe, overall. So we'll move on and we'll accept anything that Brady decides to do with his race car in the future because I totally have one coming to me.
Yeah, it's a shame what happened late in that race. Definitely deserved to be up there. Shame what happened at the end of those last 2 laps as well.
Yeah, a shame is definitely the simple way of putting it. Like, race manipulation is never okay, and I hope that, between radio communications in the race and all other video evidence that an appropriate penalty is handed down. But like I said, overall, just going to take it, move on to whatever's next, and take it on the chin and move on.
Yeah. Anyone you would like to thank for your second place finish tonight?
I'd like to thank this team. I'd like to thank Napa. I'd like to thank you guys for putting on a great broadcast. Y'all did great in the booth today. I know we kind of have our own differences right now, but I'd like to thank Joseph Madigan for helping to put together Madigan Motorsports. Yeah. Just, like I said, take it on the chin and we'll move on.
At least you got, most points on anybody tonight. Still second place in the poll.
That is the one positive we can take away from today. So, like I said, just thank this Napa Auto Parts team and we'll move on.
Yep. Good job on the second place finish. Ran great tonight. Hayden Lowell, your second place finisher tonight. Now, should we bring in our third place finisher, Luke Lefarro?
Yes. What's up, Mr. Lefarro? Third place tonight. How about that, Lefarro?
Yeah, I got a third place in a pretty crappy race. I got dumped twice, and then I got doored with like 2 to go. So, I mean, I got third, but it didn't really feel like I got third. I'm not really that happy about it, but.
Well, I mean, I wasn't here the entire night, but I watched the broadcast back in. Not the best start to the race. You're out there in fourth, but once the mid to late part of the race came around, you were right up there contending for the lead until you got taken out by Zachary Thornton there, which sucks. But hey, after all that, you still got a third place finish. How about that?
I mean, yeah, it's still third's a third, but I kind of frustrated because I got wrecked twice. So.
Well, does anybody like to thank for tonight's race?
I'd like to thank you guys for putting on the broadcast, and and my teammates.
All right. So one more question. The fans want to know. So you think you're a great driver, right?
Okay.
So I watched those last 2 corners, right? So you set it in, no chance to get Hayden Law, hit the wall, right? And then you spun down in the apron, which was savable, and then you overcorrected Aaron Brown style. So like, how about that?
I was trying to get style points.
You have no chance at catching Hayden, but you still
doesn't matter. I'm trying to get style points.
Okay. Well, I think Aaron Brown might be a better driver than you now because you overcorrected.
You're right.
All right. Hey, you heard it here, folks. Luke Lefarro is worse than Aaron Brown, and he admits it.
My goodness. That was an interesting.
I mean, we all knew that fact. It's just this is the first time he's admitted it.
That is true. That is true. That was a interesting interview, in the way that this race was interesting.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah. We'll see you guys next Wednesday at 7 for the race at Richmond. So we'll see you guys there.
7 p.m.